Welcome to the Breen Team Podcast, week number 5. And yeah, it's already week number 5. How you doing, Dad?
It's hard to believe it's week number 5 already. But I gotta tell you, I'm kind of in a bad mood today. Bad mood.
Why is that?
Well, you know, we're football guys. We do this little football podcast. But at our hearts, we're really baseball guys, right?
Yep.
And the Tigers just, their offense stinks. They just went 1 for 15 with runners in scoring position. Lost to Cleveland. Series tied 1-1, depending on when you're watching this. Tiger season might be over, or they might be heading to Cleveland.
To Cleveland?
I'm sorry, to Seattle. So that's why I'm in a bad mood. So maybe this is good. We're in a podcast. We got to switch it all, let it go.
It's all football now.
It's football. Let's do football, okay? This is week 5 of the Breen Team Podcast. We're brought to you by Lydia's Pies of Sioux Falls, State Farm Insurance Agent Ross Hoekstra, McKnight Real Estate, Vanessa Ag, Heartland Computers, and Longview Financial Solutions. Again, if you would like to be a sponsor for this up-and-coming show, which is getting a lot of views.
Yeah,
all your friends must be watching. If you want to be a sponsor, send us a message or track Isaac down in a back alley. Put some pressure on him. Make him make a sale to you. All the proceeds go to that dude right there. So we're having fun with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to start out as we always do with our State Farm debate of the day. See Ross Hoekstra in Sioux Center for your home, auto, life, and renters insurance. You know what? I got my State Farm red on today, so I thought I'd just go ahead and I'm going to put this right here. Ross. I'm State Farm Agent Ross Hoekstra for the next about 2 minutes, okay? Ross, I'm taking your job, and hope that's okay with you. Here's our question of the day. Okay, you've got a birthday upcoming. How old are you going to turn?
9.
9 years old, Mr. 9-year-old podcast, soon-to-be 9-year-old podcaster. So with your birthday in mind, we thought a good question would be, at what age do you want to stop having birthdays and stop getting older? Because for you right now, it's still cool having a birthday, getting older. Someday you'll be able to drive and do all kinds of stuff. However, when you get a little older, you want to stop getting older. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? What would you say? What age do you think you would?
I think I'd say 40.
40?
Mm-hmm.
That's...
What would you say?
Oh, much younger. Much younger. As somebody who is
I've never grown up to be 40 or younger than that, so I don't know yet. I'm kind of just guessing.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my thought. I think the age is about 24 or 25. At that point, you've hit your peak. Physically, you're kind of done growing, unless you get fatter. You usually get fatter when you get older. And that's part of the problem. You don't want to get older because you don't want to get fatter. So that's what I'm saying.
I get it.
But you're saying 40?
I don't know.
I've
never lived up to be. I'm just turning 9 years old. Come on, you expect so much of me.
I do.
I'm only 9 years old.
It's gotta be younger. Okay. By the way, Ross. I met Ross at a football game last Friday night, and he took some exception to your picking of the Bills as one of your top 3 scariest mascots. You got any message for Ross about that?
Totally wrong. You're totally wrong.
All right, let's move on. I'm going to be done being Ross. I'm not a very good Ross. Ross, you're a better Ross. Hey, this is our time for hot takes, presented by Heartland Computers. If you got any computer problems, or if you got a need for your computer, if you need a new monitor, you need a new laptop, go see our friend Carl, right?
Yeah.
Carl's going to help you out. Carl loves to make some hot takes once in a while. We don't have one from him this week, but I bet you got a good hot take for us.
Yes. So I'm going to the Titans, and I just want to look at some of their scores.
Okay.
12-20, 33-19, 41-20, and 0-26.
Not good.
No.
0-4 for the Titans.
Yes. 0-4, but in my opinion, this will get worse.
Ooh.
I have the Titans going 0-7
Okay.
this year, starting 0-7 on the season.
Yeah.
Titans will finish in last place after the season is over.
I hope we don't have too many Titans fans out there. They're not going to be too pleased with it. My hot take has to do with the Cleveland Browns, and you could make the argument that their whole team is one hot pile of take.
I disagree with you. Their defense is getting a lot better.
Okay.
So that's an offense to all Browns fans around the area.
Okay, but I'm not going to speak defense. I'm going to speak offense right now. Okay? Offense, the Browns announced this week that they were benching Joe Flacco, and they're going to bring in Dylan Gabriel, who was Oregon's quarterback this year. He was Oklahoma's quarterback prior to that. He gets the next two, at least, I mean, they're going to give him a couple games to see if he can figure it out. But he's got the Vikings and the Steelers coming up. Now, here's my hot take, okay? This is a little spicy even, in fact, for hot take, okay? My hot take is that this is all a front for the Browns to set up Dylan Gabriel to fail. I think that they're going to make him fail on purpose these next two games, because in 3 weeks, they play the Miami Dolphins. And you know who could be their starting quarterback then? One Shedeur Sanders.
What?
How about that? Shedeur Sanders, son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, could come in and be their starting quarterback against a bad Dolphins defense and look really good, like he's going to save the franchise.
I don't get what you're saying. So there's going to be another quarterback at the Browns?
Yeah, a third quarterback. They've got 3 on the roster. Joe Flacco, who's been benched. Okay. Dylan Gabriel, who after 2 games of struggling will be benched. And then enter Shedeur Sanders, saving the franchise. A little spicy, a little controversial this week. That's my Heartland Computers hot take. Heartland Computers, the official computer company of the Breen Team Podcast. All right, 3 up, 3 down. This is an interesting week for this one.
Yep.
We debated several different topics, and we landed on one that's
not really football related.
Not exactly, but kind of at the same time. Let me explain. We would like to pick 3 quarterbacks. It's got to be starting quarterbacks in the NFL who we would like to watch our children, and 3 that we would never want to watch our children. So before we get to those, this is brought to you by Vanessa Egg Hazelnut in Hazelnut Farm in Oregon. I got another hazelnut trivia for you, okay?
Oh, great. I'm sure I'll get it wrong.
Yeah. Did you know that this is new? This is a statement more than a guess, but did you know that 99% of all the hazelnuts grown in the United States are grown in the state of Oregon?
Interesting.
Yeah. It's actually the state nut of Oregon. Do you think that what would South Dakota's state nut be?
Peanuts.
For what reason?
I don't know.
You just didn't name the first nut you could think of?
Naming nuts. This is our newest segment. It's called Naming Nuts.
Naming nuts. If you have a nut you'd like to name it below. Naming nuts. It seems like we should have a segment for naming nuts. Anyway, 3 up, 3 down. Which one do you want to go for first? Do you want to name the 3 that we would let our kids, and you're not a parent yet. Someday you will be. But which direction will go first?
We'll go the better ones. The ones you want to watch your kids.
So this was a lot easier, I think, for us to come up with than the other list. Now, we had some debate. Are we accepting Kirk Cousins? He's not technically a starting quarterback. I got several names written down here.
I don't know. You just came up with names that were good quarterbacks, and you just wanted them to watch your kids.
Sure. So are we a no on Kirk Cousins since he's not a starting quarterback?
No,
okay. He would probably be my number 1 seed because I'd trust him with the world. So here we go. I'll go 3-1. Number 3, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. All these people are good Christian people. They have good family lives. From what I can tell, they've never been in any controversy or trouble. That's why I'm trusting them. Trevor Lawrence, number 3. Number 2, from the Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young. Once a really good college player, hasn't really panned it out in the NFL yet, but he can watch my kids. He can watch you. He'll be okay. And number one, all our Iowa fans or Iowa State fans are going to love this. It's Brock Purdy. Good old Brock Purdy. I would trust him with my kids watching him.
He's just an awesome guy.
Yeah, he seems to be a really nice guy. Never any trouble with him. He goes back to Iowa and does combining. So we're gonna go Brock Purdy is number 1. Okay. All right, you got the more difficult picks here. Who are your 3 that you would never let your kids be with?
Number 3, it took me a while. I say C.J. Stroud. You might ask why.
Yeah, why?
Because he went to Ohio State.
Oh.
You can never trust anyone that goes to Ohio State.
Knuckles, total valid reason on that one. Never trust anyone. That goes for Justin Fields too. I don't think he's on your list, but we're never letting anybody from Ohio State watching our kids. Good call on that one. How about number 2?
Number 2, I have Jackson Dart. He is a rookie.
Okay.
I don't think he's old enough to be able to know what to watch our kids.
He's what, 15 years old?
Yeah.
15-year-old boy. Okay.
I don't trust him.
Jackson, you got to prove it to us a little bit. A couple years you can watch our kids, but you're still a rookie. All right.
And my number one I would definitely not choose to watch my kids. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
He's had some family problems. I don't think I wouldn't trust him with my kids, and yeah.
I wouldn't trust him with dirty laundry. He is so clearly the number 1 seed in this question that was incredibly obvious to us. Okay, I completely agree with you. I'm sure that almost everybody out there is going to agree as well. Aaron Rodgers,
except for maybe Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron,
maybe he'll agree.
Aaron, if you're watching our podcast. Forgive us, but you're never watching either of our kids. That would include you. Yeah. He would probably go to a dark room, and he would just sit there, and you could ask, "Hey, can I go out?" And he'd just be like, "Whatever. I'm going to sit in this dark room and collect my thoughts and see if I'd like to play football anymore." All right, there you have it. Pie time. It's time for pie. Okay, this is sponsored by our friend Lydia's Pies of Sioux Falls. Lydia let us to try her triple berry pie last week. It was fantastic, wasn't it? Yep. And we shared it. We made sure we shared it. It was a big pie, so probably more than either.
But you did hog most of the pie.
I did, and I did eat my fair share of the pie. I will give you that. Okay, but we also when we were cleaning up after, I dropped the spoon on the ground.
Great job.
Yeah,
there's still an indent of red on the floor.
I did
Great job.
I did a pretty good job of cleaning it up with Shout, and I scrubbed it really hard. But we may always be reminded of Lydia's Pies in our podcast room here. All right, who are we doing first? Pie in the face or extra pie today?
We'll do pie in the face today.
Pie in the face. All right, that's mine. I'm doing pie in the face today, and I'm going to go with somebody that maybe not a whole lot of people even know. And his name is Dan Pitcher. Okay, so if you don't know who Dan Pitcher is, he's not the pitching coach for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's actually the offensive coordinator for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I have to give him a pie in the face because over the past 2 games, they have scored a combined 13 points. Okay, and I get the fact you've lost Joe Burrow. Okay, he's a great quarterback. I get it. But you've got Jamar Chase. You've got T. Higgins. You've got Chase Brown. You've got talent on offense, and you're 32nd in the league. You're last place in the league.
Wait. Here's the one thing I have against it.
Okay.
They do not have a starting quarterback on the team. Is anyone going to be able to throw it to those players? Are they going to have a good enough arm to throw it to those players to get touchdowns, to get points, and to win games? No.
I get where you're coming from on that. I do. But then you've got to, as an offensive coordinator, you've got to design plays to get the ball. Maybe it's like an end around that you're running to Jamar Chase, or you're doing a short swing pass to get him the ball. There's just no excuse. I get it. Jake Browning is not an NFL quarterback. I will definitely agree with that. But you've got to find ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. For that reason, Mr. Dan Pitcher, you are getting a pie in the face this week. Who's getting the extra pie, though?
Today, it will be the running back from the Green Bay Packers, Josh Jacobs. He had 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was a good, solid night for Josh Jacobs. I liked how he played. He had a good game, and he showed Green Bay they're worth running the ball.
Yeah, but at the same time, the game ended in a tie to the Cowboys, who, boy, their defense is just miserable.
I'm not talking about Green Bay itself. I'm talking about Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm not talking about Green Bay. I'm talking about Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, okay, all right. Fair enough. We'll give Josh Jacobs his pie or extra a la mode with the ice cream. Whatever you want, Josh. You get to be the pie man on the good side, not the Dan Pitcher side today. Fantasy studs. Where are you going with your fantasy stud today?
I'm going to the Philadelphia tight end, Dallas Goedert. I'm seeing him getting 2 touchdowns tonight, and he will have a good game. As the tight end against the Broncos, Philadelphia, I'll take this one, and Dallas Goedert will be on my list of players and tops.
Fair enough. I'm going to go to Indianapolis on this one. Indianapolis had a bit of a revival on their offense with Daniel Jones this year. The Colts are on the home field this week against the Raiders, who have given up the 3rd most fantasy points to receivers. So I'm not going Daniel Jones. I'm going one of his receivers. I'm going Michael Pittman Jr. as my fantasy stud of the week.
I like the fact.
Yeah, he's got 3 touchdown receptions already this year. I think after this week, he might have 4 or 5 touchdown receptions on the year. So look for big weeks for Dallas Goedert and Michael Pittman Jr. Hopefully you got them on your fantasy teams. That brings us to Pick 6, which is sponsored all season long by Jason Tinkelberg and his team at Longview Financial Solutions in Sioux Falls. Get into contact with Jason for all of your financial planning and investment needs. Last week, you went 4-1 and 1. And we got that tie in there, that weird tie in the Green Bay. I say we just eliminate that tie. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. So we'll say you went 4-1 last week. I, on the other hand, went a miserable 2-3.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Great job. Great job.
I feel like I should get the pie in the face after that.
Yep.
After that week. So.
All right, our newest segment is Pie in the Face. It's time to smash one of us into the pie.
Maybe someday.
Your turn. Your turn. Go down.
If I go 0-6 on a week, I will let you pie me on the air here. Okay.
We won't make it one of Lydia's pies, though.
No, we're not.
Those aren't good enough to smash.
No, we wouldn't want to smash those. This is going to be like one of those shaving cream pies. I think that's pretty easy to come up. Anyway, you've taken you added 3 points to your lead. You're up 15-11 on me. You also got the game of the week correct. Well, I got that wrong, so you got 2 points on that one. That was a big swing. So you are up. You're up fairly big on me already. You're up 4 points. So let's see what happens this week. Do you want me to go first in my pick, or do you want to go first? Me first this week? Okay, our first game is the Thursday game. We got the San Francisco 49ers traveling to the Rams. The Rams are favored by 7 points in this one. I like the Rams big time. I think the 49ers have got some big injury issues going on right now. Purdy's not going to play again. I wonder if I actually could pick Purdy since he's not playing. He's still technically the starting quarterback. All right, we'll let that one slide.
Okay.
Way too many injuries, especially on offense for the Niners. This is going to be a Rams blowout win.
Yep, I like it. I like it, and I like it.
Yeah.
I got the Rams big time, and not just little time. It's big time.
You want to say that a third time? Big time?
Big time. It's 24-point win. So blowout.
Wow, okay.
49ers are going down.
The folks on Amazon Prime aren't going to like that because they won't get real good ratings on a blowout. All right, here's the deal. We got a bad week of football this week. There's just not a lot of good games. There should have been one because the Lions are playing the Bengals, which should have been a good game at the beginning of the season, you would have thought. But that game's not good. And you've got a bunch of really terrible games. So we thought it'd be fun to actually pick some of these teams that are really bad, and we're not probably going to pick them the rest of the season, but we get some new graphics down here, some different teams on our graphic list. So you get to pick the Dolphins at the Panthers. How fun of a game is this one?
The first time I've ever picked the worst teams in NFL football. And the Dolphins stink.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers, on the other hand, stink. Our other games, you guessed it, stink.
Mm-hmm.
But for today, the Panthers are rising up.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Panthers winning this one, and it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a 3-point game. Another reason we're picking these is not so good teams, but it's competitive.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be a competitive game. It's going to be at the same level, a little bit of a dogfight, but I think the Panthers will end on top in this one against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are just horrible this year so far, and it'll just grow worse after this game.
We've spent way too long talking about this game already for as bad a game it is. I agree. Give me the Panthers. Bryce Young is going to have a nice game in this one. All right, we've got Giants at the Saints. This is another doozy of a game. Giants at Saints. Giants have just lost Malik Neighbors for the year with an ACL. The Saints, who the heck knows who's even on the Saints these days? I think Spencer Rattler's their quarterback. They might have Alvin Kamara. Maybe they can call Drew Brees out of retirement. Who knows? I'll take the Saints to get their first win just because they're at home.
This game for me is no doubt the worst two teams in NFL right now. Worst two. So, I don't even know. I'm going to pick the Giants.
Okay.
I don't really care. It's just
Who knows?
Worst game. It's the worst game in the NFL.
Okay.
I think it'll just get worse as the season goes.
You know those pockets of people who get to watch those games? It's basically just over New Orleans and just over New York because nobody else in the country wants to see that one. All right. Speaking of people who want to see games, a lot of people want to see the Vikings-Browns. The Vikings, second straight week, play at 8:30 a.m. right during church. Did you notice there were maybe a few people who went to Bedside Baptist on Sunday? Yeah. Go to church. You can watch the Vikings on DVR later.
Yep.
Who do you got in this one?
I got the Browns, and their offense is not carrying them today. It's their defense, and they will stride with, here it is, 2 defensive scores.
The Browns?
Yes.
Okay.
2 defensive scores. Browns win by a touchdown, and it's all Browns this week down in London?
I think they're in London, yeah. Not 100% sure about that. The Vikings have been overseas already for a week. Maybe they're a little bit more acclimated. This has got the makings of a 13-6 game. All like tons of field goals when there are scoring opportunities. Lots of turnovers, lots of sacks. Give me the Vikings just to be different on this one. We'll mix that one up. I'll take the Vikings. You'll take the Browns. Are we in agreement that this is a lot of defense in this game?
Yeah.
Yep. Two pretty good defensive teams. Commanders at Chargers. Chargers favored by 2.5 at home. They got a quick turnaround because they've got the Thursday night Rams game, and then Sunday afternoon Chargers game. So they got to scrub that turf to change the logos at SoFi Stadium, I guess it is. So, Commanders I think they're going to get Jaden Daniels back this week, so they could have maybe a little bit more offense. Although I don't think that has been the problem in the last couple of weeks here. I still like the Chargers. I'm going to take them and Jim Harbaugh. Who's got it better than us?
Nobody.
I'll take the Chargers.
Okay, you got the Chargers. I got the Commanders.
Okay.
Without Jane Daniels.
Without, you don't think he's going to play?
Nope.
Mary?
I can't see Jane Daniels coming in. Without Jane Daniels at SoFi Stadium, it's time to shine for the Commanders.
Ooh. That'd be a big win. That'd be a big win if the Commanders can get that, traveling across the country 3 time zones to LA. That leaves us with our Longview Financial Solutions Game of the Week. For the second straight week, we got the Buccaneers in our Game of the Week. This time they're traveling.
That doesn't happen very often.
No. We try to split it up a little bit anyway. So this week they're traveling up to Seattle. Seattle's favored by 3 points in this game. You're first, I guess.
No, I got the Buccaneers after their loss last week to the Eagles. Be taking the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield.
See, I think this is a super difficult trip to make for a team like the Buccaneers. It's probably, other than Miami having to go to Seattle, this is probably the longest flight of any trip, any road trip. So they're going across the country. Bucky Irving is in a boot. I'm not sure he's going to play for the Buccaneers. I will take the home Seattle Seahawks. I think they're playing some decent football. Got a road win last week in Arizona. I think they keep it rolling. I've got the Seahawks. So we've disagreed on a lot of games here. I think we only agreed on one, right?
Which one?
Just the
the Panthers.
Just the Panthers Dolphins, which I don't know if either of us are really that comfortable with it anyway. That's it. That's the Pick 6. And let's put a bow on this episode of the Breen Team Podcast with another installment of Is This Weird? Is This Weird, as always, is brought to you by McKnight Real Estate. Visit Charity McKnight for all of your real estate needs. Whether you're buying a house, looking to sell your house, or rent something in the area, go see Charity. She'll help you out. She'll get you fixed up. She makes pizza, too, for you sometimes when you stay over at her house. Maybe she can make the podcast some pizza. We'll see. All right, here we go. This is the story. This is the dateline from a place called Jay, Vermont. Don't exactly know where it is, but it's near the Canadian border, and it's a skiing village. And sometimes the slopes need a little bit of maintenance, right, to get them ready for skiing season. Well, the owners of the slopes are kind of getting tired of having to mow all the time, okay? So they've gone to some, how might you say, greener options. Mowers are out, goats are in. That's right. They've brought in about 150 goats and sheep, hoping to clear 25 acres of grass. Now, this is all experimental, but so far, apparently, it's going quite well. And quote the operations manager named Andy Stenger, they're great employees. They take a lot of lunch breaks, but that's kind of the idea. Now, I'm not sure that this would pass the zoning restrictions in Sioux Falls, but how about getting a couple goats for our backyard?
Interesting. They brought goats.
You like the idea?
Goats to mow the lawn. It's interesting.
It's interesting, but is it weird?
It is strange.
Okay, let's get your weird meter out here. Let's see how you're going to rank this one in terms of weirdness. Goats as lawnmowers. It's not really a new concept, I don't think.
It is strange.
It's strange,
but it is not weird. Give me the newest Complimentary 0.
0? A 0?
0.
Come on, there's got to be a
this week it's
0.5
a
or something.
one,
Okay,
one.
okay, I get it.
For
Maybe,
the 1.
maybe not the weirdest thing, but I can't believe I only got a 1.
Yep.
Should we get some goats in our backyard?
Yeah, sure. It's not weird.
Yeah, if they're good at getting leaves out, that might be worth it. All right, that's the end of another Breen Team Podcast. You want to take us out for another week?
Thanks for watching the podcast. Enjoy some football this week.
Yep. If you want to sponsor, leave us a note below. Have a good week, everybody.